Oftentimes when you're in the streets, your enemies are just as dangerous as you. Just because you strike them first
Woo, that's an
doesn't mean they
iconic
won't
movie
come
right
back
there.
at you with the same or
Put the
greater
gun down.
ferocity. In this video, we'll be telling the stories of two rappers that died while carrying out attacks on their enemies. But before we get into the video, please be sure to like and subscribe.
Earl Suave.
Earl Swavey,
Oh,
real
Swavey.
name Earl Hatton, was a rapper slash gang member from South Central Los Angeles. More specifically, he was from the Athens Park neighborhood. This was a rough area to grow up in as it was a gang-infested neighborhood with a high crime rate. This area was the home of the Athens Park Bloods. Their territory stretches from Figueroa Ave to Avalon Boulevard. The Athens Park Bloods have been running that area for over 4 decades, dating back to the 1970s. The area has been raided by the police on numerous occasions, most notably in 2009 when the police conducted Operation Blood Clout, in which 20 members of the Athens Park Bloods were arrested and large quantities of narcotics and firearms were seized. As you can imagine, Earl went through a lot of adversity growing up. His father was killed when he was just 2 years old, so he grew up in a single mother household. As a result, he had to grow up fast. Growing up in these rough circumstances and in this gang-ridden environment, Earl would get drawn into the street life. He became a member of the Athens Park Bloods. The Athens Park Bloods are allied with the Denver Lane Bloods and the Miller Gangster Bloods. They primarily beef with the Raymond Ave Crips and the East Coast Crips. As it goes in the streets, Earl went through many tough moments. On one occasion, he got stabbed in the neck and narrowly survived his injuries. And on another occasion, he got shot but survived his injuries. Outside of the gangster lifestyle he was living, Earl was passionate about making music. His mother would play him old school music as a kid, and this would nourish a love of music in his heart. He initially started rapping after being inspired by his brother and his cousin, the famous rapper J-Rock that's a frequent collaborator of Kendrick Lamar. One day, Earl's friend named Buddha took him to the studio and gave him a beat to rap on. Earl used this beat to make his first ever song called Go So Hard. After this, he made another song with Buddha, then performed at a local rap show in Watts, and this gave him the motivation to pursue a rap career. Earl would go on to release numerous songs and mixtapes, and he started to build a buzz around his name. Eventually, one of the founding members of famous rap group ASAP Mob, named ASAP Yams, would discover him and become a big supporter. Yams wanted to sign him and help him reach new heights in the music industry. Yams took him to places like New York and events like Coachella to show him what the music industry is really like. Sadly, Yams would pass away in 2015 before he could sign Earl and help his rap career take off. In the years following, Earl would continue to release music, but he would never leave the streets alone. This would ultimately lead to a shocking death.
Police say the suspect came up to the party and fired into the crowd, and at least 5 people were hit and injured. Someone from inside the party fired back and struck the gunman.
Hit him.
He crashed his car a few blocks away and later died at the hospital.
On January 9th, 2022, Earl and a group of Bloods went to a party in South Central. While at the party, they spotted some of their ops there, allegedly members of the East Coast Crips. After they spotted their ops, they left the party, then came back in a car, and allegedly started shooting up the party from their vehicle. At least 5 people were hit by gunfire, and dozens of shots were fired. As they finished shooting and attempted to flee the scene, someone from inside the party fired back and shot up their vehicle. Earl was the one driving and ended up crashing into a mobile home nearby after one of the bullets fired into his car went through his back and directly struck his heart. The 5 other people in the car with Earl survived their injuries. However, Earl would succumb to his injuries and be pronounced dead.
I ain't gonna lie, that's crazy, bro. Like, damn, I just like, bro, just imagine we going to the party, hey, you know, we going to get on shorty. Oh, see the ops coming back. Let's go slide on them, nigga. You start firing up the crowd, you know, the house. Somebody shoot back, they hit you. Like, bro, go, like, that is wild, bro. That's a crazy way to go, bro. Like, boy, look, I would have quit the first time I got shot. You feel me? I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, ain't gonna lie to you. I would have quit the first time I got hit. But damn, that's a crazy way to go, man. Talking about through his back and hit his heart, bro. That's crazy, man. We finna get back to the video, man.
At just 26 years old.
Damn.
Unfortunately, the streets were too tempting for him to leave behind.
I mean, it be like that. Oh, no, yeah, this is crazy.
Nadi Osama, real name Ethan Reyes, was born on January 17, 2008 in New York City. More specifically, Harlem, New York.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Harlem.
He was from the Sugar Hill section of Harlem and built a name for himself there. Despite his young age, Nadi was gangbanging and in the streets. He was a member of a Sugar Hill-based gang called the OY. The OY beef with various factions throughout the Bronx and Harlem. They beef with the YGs, Drilly Gang, DOA, Tuwu, 9-Rack, and the OGs. They actually used to be allied with the OGs, who reside in the Bronx, but they recently started beefing with each other. Nadi and his older brother Didi Osama both became rappers, and all of their music was about their life in the streets. Although he was just 14, Nadi was heavily entrenched in the street life, and he displayed this in his music. Many of his songs served as diss tracks to rival gangs and mocked the deaths of rival gang members. Sadly, Nadi would never get the chance to turn his life around as the streets would catch up to him. On July 9th, 2022, Nadi and two of his friends were walking down 137th Street and Broadway when they came across a 15-year-old rival gang member named K-Dot, who went into the train station to catch an uptown train. K-Dot was an affiliate of the gang 9-Rack, which, as I mentioned earlier, has beef with Nadi's gang, the OY. Nadi grabbed a broomstick, and he and his friends followed K-Dot into the station. They cornered him at the north end of the platform, then Nadi hit him with the broomstick. In an act of self-defense, K-Dot pulled out a knife and lunged at Nadi, striking him in the abdomen with the blade. One of Nadi's friends also swung a sharp object at K-Dot, then Nadi, despite having been stabbed, pushed K-Dot onto the train tracks where he landed on his back. K-Dot then climbed up and fled the station as Nadi staggered down the platform and collapsed on the staircase. Nadi sustained a serious injury to his liver as a result of the stabbing and would ultimately pass away a short time later as emergency medical services transferred him to a hospital. Nadi would be officially pronounced dead at just 14 years old. K-Dot was arrested a few hours later, and he was interviewed by NYPD detectives and DA investigators. He was also treated at a hospital for an injured back and 2 punctured wounds to his left hip that were sustained in the altercation. K-Dot was initially charged with second-degree murder for this, but prosecutors downgraded the charges to first-degree manslaughter after learning Nadi had cornered K-Dot and confronted him with a broomstick. In the end, all of K-Dot's criminal charges were dropped as prosecutors were not confident they could disprove beyond a reasonable doubt that he acted out of self-defense. Following Nadi's death, his brother, Didi Osama's music career really started to take off, and he has made sure to honor Nadi's life every step of the way. Stay out of the streets. 2 lives are gone due to completely unnecessary situations fueled by senseless beef.
I ain't gonna lie, yeah, like I said, D.D. Osama, he be you know, putting his his brother in memory, but y'all know what his Opps be doing. Ain't none of my business to put out there, but y'all know, if y'all know. But man, like I said, shout out to Funa for this video, man. Like I said, that's crazy, bro. Like you trying to go slide on your option, you the one that get unalive. That's crazy, bro. Like I said, man, stay out the streets, bro. Like I said, the streets ain't no love in the streets, man, cause it ain't none, bro. Like, man, I niggas better do something productive. But I see y'all in the next video, man. Y'all hit the like, subscribe button. If y'all new here, man, welcome as well. If y'all not new here, y'all know what's going on. If y'all can, like I say, do me a favor, go check out my second channel. The link is in the description. It's D.SHELTON TV. I'll greatly appreciate it. See y'all in the next one.